Hello everybody, it's Jade Racing here again with another episode of Dominions 5. So, this will be the last one, it's turn 40. So research navigation was completed, very good. Rather irrelevantly, but Nero the Bakamano chief is claiming our throne, named Ptolemy. And rejoice, true God has ascended. So, this means that Erethera has won. In classic Games Workshop fashion, the new faction has in fact won, and you should all go out and buy Dominions 5 and play them, because you'll win, just like this. But let's see what actually happened. So Nidria is the province where the throne actually was. Surprisingly, no serious teleport attack in magic phase. We only have 3 guys attacking, an Archdevil and 2 Heliophagi. I suppose we'll watch, or perhaps not. Give me a sec. I will just load that again. That's a very strange bug that's happened there, but I guess we'll report it and move on with our lives. However, getting back into it, let's go. Calum. The joys. It's interesting the game's completely fallen apart as of the last 2 turns. Maybe due to just massive version inconsistencies between when the game started and where it's at now. But yes, Nidria. So we have a bunch of blood slaves who are going to be belonging to, well, any of these guys, but probably Mbabakiel, because he does in fact have blood magic. He's cast Emerald Vessel, he's cast Hell Power, so that's going to be summoning a whole bunch of horrors to the battlefield pretty soon, but it's going to seriously increase his magical power. There is enough missile attacks being used that it's going to penetrate through his pretty solid pen actually on chainmail displacement plus his base pen, but it is all, you know, 70% reduced armor, so it's going to be hit eventually, and that's how he's got his chest wound. About 1 million fire elementals going to go out, and here come the horrors. So if you've never seen before, this is a lesser horror. These guys are still actually quite dangerous. Of the lesser horrors, I would say these guys and the Bellymore horrors, who tend to appear in very large numbers, are the most dangerous to float cowers and so on. Not particularly dangerous. Yes. So these guys are eventually going to clean out everything, I think, and the fire elemental is going to dunk on the horrors pretty effectively, which is nice for them. But it looks like the Erethian PDs are retreating. However, what this does mean is that in the magic phase, the Erethians managed to get a wizard tower up, which is a special, I believe, alteration thing. It's either alteration or, yeah, there it is. Alteration level 7. Wizard's Tower, range 4 provinces, 50 earth gems. It's actually a pretty good fort. It's only got 1 commander point bonus. It's not quite as good as one you get from 3 red seconds, which is at level 8 blood magic, which is a 2 commander point bonus. But hey, it's a lot better than the kick in the teeth. I'm surprised these guys didn't attack, and there's also apparently not a big Erethian drop attack using teleport or cloud trap, which I suggested to him. But hey, it doesn't really matter because he won anyway, so good job to him. So was there even a battle in Curtain Wall? No, just 90 PD. Fair enough. And I guess we can see the graphs because it's the last turn of the game. So let's go. School graphs. Provinces. We were doing very well at the start. This is the period where our war with the Lemurians, we could probably take these 2 off, was at its most kind of contentious. Then you get to about this point and it all just goes completely wrong. The Bogorussians just completely stall out. They didn't really do anything all game, which is fair enough, I suppose. But the yeah, so the thing about me attacking Lemuria, it may look like we did effectively nothing, especially if we go to say army size, right? But you can see what happens as soon as we stop fighting, basically fighting them to the death with every single thing we have. Is their army count just absolutely balloons, and goes off the charts. The same is true really with their gem income. Overall fairly flat, and then all of a sudden peaks. Their fort count actually went up during the war more than anything else, so that wasn't particularly strongly affected by what's going on, but yeah, overall the game went pretty not that great for me on a personal level, but it was basically saved from Lemuria, which I think was my main aim. I think going really from the start, because if you give those guys an inch, they'll take a mile. I mean, you can see some of this is our losses, but it's also the Erythraeans, even despite being basically left alone for 30 turns, getting crushed by the Lemurians at the end. Belarusians, I genuinely don't remember them doing anything, so I guess they may have fought the Lemurians a little bit, but not too much. But in any case, an enjoyable-ish game. Issues, of course, with being beta at the start. Once got into release candidate territory, and certainly after that, the game kind of, I would say, definitely became more enjoyable. I would have benefited from a lot of stuff that got fixed being fixed at the time, but you know, so be it. That's part of being a part of the beta team. And I hope it's been a relatively enjoyable watch. I believe it's my first fully uploaded series. In future, when it comes to Dominions 5 videos, I may do a different format. Maybe a kind of slice through a game, maybe every 10 turns, do an update or something, or maybe not even just do whole games, because it makes the whole thing, it kind of adds an additional burden to it, which is kind of cuts your enjoyment of it to some extent. So I might save the channel for maybe a couple of games every now and then, but also stuff like mod overviews of mods that people that I know on SA or Dom 3 mods have made, or myself, and just try and explain you know, the good points of those mods, why they were made, what they do, that kind of thing. But thank you very much for watching. Been Jay Brayton. Let's show off the history screen, and we'll call it at that. So what this does is a new feature. Is it shows a turn-by-turn kind of breakdown of what's going on. It's interesting to me that because this game was started really early on, in I think 3.97 was when it was actually started, it doesn't have the same map features as a newer one would, because normally they would come with the thrones already pre-marked and so on, but yes, it didn't happen. So here you can see summary year 1's probably about our height, and it all starts going wrong, but there we are. Alright, okay, so they suddenly appeared on the turn that was a part of the map. Interesting. But yes, you can see, similar to the old civilization overview, actually, is how this is. But yes, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of the year and 2018. Thank you, and goodbye.